Hello and welcome to another quick science IB biology video. Today we will be looking at IB biology topic 1.1, focusing on cell reproduction and differentiation. So to get things going, I always believe it's important to start off with a definition and understanding what the definition is and what it means. So with differentiation, we're talking about the process to produce all the required cell types that are necessary for the well-being of the organism. So moving forward, if we take that definition of differentiation, when we look at cell reproduction, we won't go into huge detail just yet. However, it is worth mentioning when cells reproduce, they can do it either sexually or asexually. There are other types of cell division which include mitosis, which is the majority of all cells. There is meiosis, M-E-I-O-S-I-S, which only takes place in the gametes, i.e. the sex cells. And there is also a cell reproduction in bacteria or prokaryotic cells, which is called binary fission, which we will look at, as I say, later on. So with differentiation, it involves the expression of some genes and not others in a cell's genome. Now, some gene expression can be referred to as the genotype, which is quite literally the type of gene, and this can also then be determined by if it is a phenotype, i.e. if it has a physical characteristics or its physical properties are present that can be seen. So if we're talking about the phenotype of a characteristic or an expression of a gene, you would say that it is dominant, or there are two recessive genes being expressed. So each cell contains information of a complex organism, and the cell will specialize according to the DNA segment that becomes active. Now, you would know that DNA structure is of a double helix, and we will look at the structure of DNA in more detail later on. Some cells reduce the ability to reproduce once they become specialized or lose it altogether. So for example, we're looking here at muscle cells and nerve cells. So some epithelial cells retain the ability to reproduce rapidly, where specialized tissue can develop cell differentiation. So there are three types of muscle cell that you should be aware of. One is called skeletal muscle, which is where the muscle actually attaches onto the skeleton, hence the name skeletal muscle. Cardiac muscle is very specific to the cardiac area, i.e. the heart. You can also say that the heart is myogenic, i.e. it is a self-stimulating muscle. You don't really have to think about making your heart beat every second. And lastly, there is the smooth muscle, which tends to be around all the other joints that you have in your body. So finally, the emergent properties that arise from the interaction of component parts, i.e. the whole is greater than the sum of all the parts. What we mean by that is if you take all of the parts of an organism and they're all working together, the whole thing working together has a much greater significance than if you added up all the little parts combined together. So each part of a cell is less than the overall function of a complete cell, and much is the same with if you took the lungs out of a human. It has less significance when it is outside of the organism. So a whole multicellular organism is capable of carrying out more functions than the sum of all the functions of each cell is specialised in. This concludes our revision on cell reproduction and differentiation for IB Biology Topic 1.1. If you have any questions, please do leave them in the comment section below, and I will do my best to get back to you as soon as I can. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for more. Thank you.